Hey y'all, it's TxStampin Sharon. Welcome. I am super excited to share this birthday card class with y'all. It is Thursday, February the 6th, and I am live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. I've had so much fun getting ready for this class. I knew that was going to happen. Hold on just a moment. And that's not going to work. We were testing something earlier and that's just not going to work. So, Michelle, there is no iPad. Okay, we'll just move that out of the way. Let me find my other chat. You know, you just gotta love technology. I was trying to do something to make it easier to read the comments, and that didn't work. It's all fine. It's all fine. Okay, so back to what I was saying. We're going to be doing some birthday cards tonight, and I don't know about y'all, but I need a lot of them. I have a very large family, and I've just been slacking on making birthday cards. So I hope that I inspire you tonight with the card designs that I have come up with. And as we are getting ready to go, I want to say hello to everyone who is joining me in the live chat. I love it when you guys are chatting. We have got such a fun community. Stampers are just the best. And they're all like, we're all here because we enjoy the same thing. And so I really do enjoy, I enjoy reading what you guys are saying. Thank you, Sarah. She said I look amazing. Thank you. I feel amazing. I have been having some knee pain and I tried a few things different starting yesterday, and I am, knock on wood, I'm doing pretty good on the pain wise. So I'm super excited and hope that that continues. So I do want to say hello to my friend Michelle Batson. She is in the live chat. She is my helper on my Thursday night lives, and Lord knows I need her help. I kind of get all over the place sometimes, but mostly my head is down. And if you guys have any questions or don't understand something that I say, which wouldn't surprise me at all, you can do the @ sign and start typing Michelle's name, and then she will see your comment, and you can ask her, you know, more questions or whatever. If there's something that she can't answer, then she will try to tag me and hopefully I will see it. So we were trying to use an iPad so that I could see comments. My new system is amazing, but I can't see color in the comments. Like if y'all tag somebody's name, you know how it comes up in color? I can't see that. So we were trying to make that work and that didn't happen. So you guys love my blouse. Thank you so much. I love pretty clothes. So I'm always like on the hunt, especially if it's like kind of a Western motif. I'm in because, you know, TxStampin. I want to say hello to everyone in the live chat also that has a little Texas logo by their name. They are one of my YouTube channel members. Now, you may be a subscriber, but you may not be a member. If you are in the live chat and you're typing away and you go, well, I don't have that cute little Texas logo, you can become a member. We have our private class on next Tuesday night, February the 11th, at 7 p.m. Central. So those of you who are in the who are a channel member, make sure you look at the community tab and the membership tab for the video link, and then afterwards the tutorial. I will be posting some reminders over there so that you guys don't forget. Okay. All right. What else? What else? Love your nails. Thank you. Thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, I just, you know, there's a few things. I found an old video. Thanks to Michelle. I found an old video where I didn't have any nails. Like they were short. I was like, I don't ever remember not having nails. All right. I think everybody has found us that is going to be hopping on. I do want to say hello to everyone who is joining us. If you are wanting to chat during the live chat, make sure you're logged into your YouTube account. I know some of y'all like to put me on the TV, so I'm hoping I'm looking good up there. So you do have to be able to access a keyboard, obviously, to do the chat. So let's see. All right. I think we're ready to get started. I had the best time making this card. This is the card that I'm going to show you how to make. Now the outside kind of looks like a note card, right? Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh my. I think it's even prettier on camera when I open it up like this. You know, birthdays are special days. So let's make a special birthday card. And then this has this little tag. Let me pull this out. Make a wish. Look how fun. Look how fun. I am going to show you how to make this card tonight. And then I'm going to show you, I don't know, a million others. I just had a great time. When I was setting up for the class, I was like, oh, I wonder what that would look like a card. I wonder what that would look like a card. So this class that I'm doing, it is my first Thursday of the month class. And so what I do is I have the instructions and all the measurements, how to make this card and my other million. I'm going to have to write more instructions because I made more cards today. Y'all don't mind more, right? You like to see more. Anyway, I just, some days you just start stamping and you can't stop. You understand what I'm saying? So those who place a $50 or more order on my Stampin' Up website during the month of February will get the instructions and the measurements for free via email, okay? And I know somebody's going to say, are you going to sell that tutorial? I might. If I decide to put it in my tutorial store, I will let you know. But it is not there right now. Debbie Hamilton says that's a wow card. It could be a wedding card. And I'm going to show you a few things. So this is the collection that I'm using. And when you look at everything, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, so cute, so cute. How did they do all the things? So the suite is called Wildflower Birthday Suite, but the stamp set is called Birthday Celebrations. I'm like, why did they call it all Wildflower? I don't know. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I first placed my order, I ordered the stamp set and the dies. I didn't order anything else. And when you look at that stamp set, you're like, well, what do I do with that? I was stumped. So I went back and I had to order the designer series paper. If you have not ordered this collection, make sure you get the paper. I'm telling you, you're going to have so much fun with the paper. Okay? Hi, Margaret. You are just in time. We are getting ready to have a blast. And I'm going to show you, like when you turn the page, there's even more. I mean, look at that cake. I mean, that looks stunning. But you can even use some of the elements to decorate a cake. And then over here is, they're just talking about different elements of the paper. When you look on this page, oh my, there's my card. This is what inspired me for tonight's class. You know, sometimes I look at a card and I go, how'd they do that? Stampin' Up is really good about telling me the supplies they used, but they don't tell us the measurements. So, for those of you who are just now hopping on, here's the card. I don't know what the front of this card looks like, so I made up my own. But then this is my version inside. And I think I came pretty darn close. What do you think? Now let me point out a few things. Whoops. Right here, they put a little pocket for a gift card. You could, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to cover up that, so I didn't do it. This is almost too tight for a gift card. So if you want a gift card holder, you're going to have to make some adjustments. I am making my card just like this one so that you know how to do it. Belinda, you did the same thing. You ordered the stamp set in dies and didn't get the paper. And now you're like, you know, sometimes you think, I don't need that. I've got lots of paper. Yeah, you need the paper on this one more than you need the stamp set. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to make my card the same way so that you know how to do it, okay? But if I was going to put a gift card holder or make this into a gift card holder, I would make this panel longer and I would put it right here. Or I would not use that. But that was just too pretty to cover up. So I didn't want to do that. All right. So this is what we have. Michelle has already started putting some links in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, I did put, and even those in the live chat, I did put links to all of the supplies in the description below my video. So just click the read more or show more. I will tell you, this is on low inventory. If you want this, y'all are going to want it without even seeing the rest of the cards, but you better get it before it's gone, is what I'm saying. Okay, and that is in the new mini catalog. Celebration is still going on. If I said I would send you the tutorial if your order was $50 or more. If your order is $60 or more, you can choose from the Sale-A-Bration choices, and they added more choices this week. And I can't even tell you what they are because some of them are already gone. It's like, well, that lasted a hot minute. But go check out Sale-A-Bration, or just keep it in mind that if your order is $59, get something else so that you're at $60 so that you get a free celebration. All right, so here's that stamp set, right? All right, well, we see happy birthday, hooray, you, hooray for you. Oh yeah, hooray for you, your birthday. So there's words in here that you could make a card, and you could have a cute banner. Well, I've got the banner over here because I'm going to show y'all something. Well, here's the, okay, so this is the other piece that goes in there. You could have little banners and all that, and then the year, how old somebody is. But that's pretty much it, right? So, Kate says, I fell in love with that, so I ordered the whole suite. Yeah, I figured that out afterwards, Kate. All right, so I'm going to show you. We're gonna use this piece of paper out of the Wildflowers. What is it called, Michelle? Wildflowers Designer Series paper, specialty paper. And I don't know if you can see. Can y'all see the gold? Oh yeah, we see the gold. And then we're gonna use this page, which are die cuts. So I'm going to just set that aside for a hot minute, and you can see all the bits and pieces, and I would not throw away anything because you can do so much with this pattern. I'm not even going to show you all of the, I can't show you all the pieces because I've cut it up so much, but I am going to show you a few things. Where can I put you? Let me put you on top of the iPad. That won't work. I played with different things. While I love that, it didn't go with my cards, but I'm going to keep it. There are pieces in the Designer Series paper that, you know, come together. I cut them apart and I was playing around. Didn't go with the card I was working on, but you better believe. Hi, Sarah Kendall. How are you, my friend? Oh, I said hi to Sarah. I was looking at, I thought it was another Sarah, but Sarah Kendall, hi again. So you can see all the pieces that are missing that I've been playing with. If you have already bought this, tell me I'm right, that you absolutely love it too. So you can kind of see the different pieces. You'll see them more on the cards. The other thing that I did choose, and I don't think I told Michelle this, is I am in love with the brushed silver and gold foil specialty papers. Okay. Hi, Elaine. How are you? I love the texture. So I use the gold, but then this is the silver. So I just love that texture. Okay. So those are the other things I'm using. All right. I'm going to, we know that we need this. And let me get my card. I'm going to need that off of there. I'm going to need this flower. Nope. Oh, I know what it is. This is several flowers and the leaves. So I need some leaves. This one. And a green one. I agree with you, Rochelle. I think the designer series paper is stunning with that touch of gold. And you know, I don't consider myself a gold person. I really don't. I prefer silver. Oh, Morris, you're so welcome. Morris, isn't your first name Barb? I hate to call you by your last name. Anyway, you're so welcome because I feel the same. I don't think that the pictures do it justice, especially you can't see that stem. And when I'm taking pictures of the cards, they don't look a thing like they do in person. I need a blue flower. Blue flower. There it is. Now, you could certainly just punch all of these out and put them in a little Ziploc. Oh yeah, I need this too. And have it ready, you know, to use. Is that it? Yep. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. Okay, so Barb, thank you. But yeah, I agree with you. It just doesn't do it justice. All right, I'm gonna put all these right here. Okay, so then we have this piece. And I'm going to show you how to cut it because you certainly don't want to ruin anything, okay? So the first thing I did was I turned it this way and I cut here. So if you notice, this is about 4 inches, all right? Hi, Linda Carver, how are you doing? So I'm going to cut that off because I need this one. Hi, Gloria. We're so glad you're here. And I hate it that you're having some cold weather. It was 82 degrees here today. I had to go turn the air on. Like, cold. All right, so I'm just going to cut this apart. I'm not going to cut all of these, okay, because I don't need them for the card I'm making tonight. Okay, so I need this. And then I need this for the card front. So then if I turn it this way and cut at 4 inches this way, it just happens to be 4 inches. And then you would want to cut over here and cut this panel off. Oh, y'all can't see. Sorry, can't see the whole thing. So it works out really well to line this up in the gutter at the bottom. Okay. So then you can see the different pieces. I used these two, which were very odd on one of my cards, and I'll point that out to you. I used this piece on a card. I used these two, no, just this piece on a card. So it was super fun to just play with all the bits and pieces. All right, so I need the cake. I'll cut this off. It looks like I need to trim just a skosh. A little bit more. So just what I'm trying to tell you is watch how you're cutting so that you don't cut any of the other pieces incorrectly, right? You don't want to cut something in half. Make sense? Okay, I don't need that. I need this. Okay. Okay. So this piece right here, I figured out that in order to put this in a pocket, it's very flimsy, okay? So I decided to add it to a piece of basic white. So in my instructions, it tells you that you need a scrap. So yeah, I'm just now getting started and nobody has missed anything. I was just cutting the paper and getting everything ready. I showed you what all I'm using. There are links below the video to take you to the products that I'm using, except for the gold paper. I forgot to add the gold and silver paper. All right, so I went ahead and trimmed this up, all right? And I'm gonna just get some adhesive. And I'm just gonna line this up. Okay, and then we're just gonna make it fit. So with me putting this in the pocket, it was just too flimsy and I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. So just giving it a little bit of support, and you know, you could even write a message on the back. Okay, all right, so we got that ready. Oh, I forgot these little flowers. Hold on. So this one. And there's another one over here. All the different elements make gorgeous cards. Like when you get this, you just want to sit and play. And I made the cards originally, but I was focusing on this one to teach you. And then I was like, today when I was setting everything up, I was like, I'm gonna make some more cards. Okay, so let's make the actual mechanisms, okay? Rebecca is making blank card bases. You know, it's handy to have blank card bases ready. I want to show y'all this. For when you're ready to put those cards together, Rebecca, I get it. Okay, so remember, all right, what did I do with it? There it is. So I'm just pointing out to you what I did. You know, when I was making this card, I kind of started and everything, and then I wanted to stamp happy birthday right there, and it was a little nerve-wracking. So I took, I didn't want to stamp on the card and it be crooked, like, right? I wanted a layer. So I cut a piece, I used the tag, right? The banner. And then I put it back in and I cut off the end. That's how I got that. Because it's still got the stitching. There's a little nip right there. How fun, right? So I turned this into that. Remind me to I'll just show you now. Somebody asked me, how do I, because y'all know I use this for glue. This is just a basting brush that we cut the tip off. And somebody asked me, how do I clean it? I'm going to show you. I left it dirty just so I could show you. So I just start, it's all dry, and I just start pulling on it. And because it's silicone, the adhesive doesn't stick. That's how I clean it. You're welcome. All right, so over here. I have all my pieces ready. So we're going to start with a card base, normal card base. Oh, Cindy is watching on her big screen TV in chilly Everett, Washington. How we looking, Cindy? All right, so it's just a regular card base, okay? 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. All right, set that aside. Then I have a piece of designer series paper, and you can decide which way you want, you know, because paper's two-sided. This measures 8 1/4 by 5 1/4. And if you can do it two ways. You can fold it in half, or you can score it at 4 1/8. Sometimes that's hard to remember. And remember, I did not have the measurements to this. I had to kind of figure it out. So I'm like, well, it's gotta go in here. So let's just fold it in half. Okay, there we go. I am gonna just turn this because I'm making the card the way I made my other one. Okay, so here's the tricky part. And I say tricky because the first time I did it, again, I didn't know what I was doing, right? I just took and put adhesive all over. Do not do that. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to put adhesive. Now this is going to open this way, right? Hi, Wanda. Girl, you know you can always go back and catch the replay. But I am just now putting this card together. You're going to love it, so just hang back and watch. All right, so we have our adhesive, right? We're going to pick up our card, hold it in our hand, and we really want that score or that fold to go right inside, right in there, okay? So we're going to put it right here. And we're going to kind of eyeball it. I can't do it, so I'm going to have to let it go. Are we centered? Okay, so top and bottom, all right? So let me pick this back up. This is the best way to do it, trust me. And then we're just going to close it. Give it a good rub. Thank you, Rochelle. I'm glad you, it's not even a sweater, it's real thin. All right, so I had some adhesive. Y'all know me, I don't do well with liquid glue, but I had some on my finger. Let's just get that off because it looks ugly. Okay, all right, so we're giving this a good rub. And then there we have it, right? So we have one side down, okay? Now I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna add some glue. I normally don't use liquid glue, but in this case, you need to make sure we get it lined up before that adhesive starts to stick. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to just close that and close it this way, hold it down and then close it. Okay, easy, right? I've never done this before. In all my 27 years of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I've never put a liner inside of the card like that. Now, if you'll notice, it lays flat. This card does not. Y'all see that? There's a bulge. See it? Let's see, let me get that. See how there's a gap right there? It's because of how I put it together. Okay? So, I did this one earlier. I was like, ooh, that's fun. Look how fun. Now, it may still give you a little bit of trouble. If it does, just kind of, okay? Because it's just a little bit of bulk right there. Let's see, I don't think this one's gonna do it. But what you wanna do is make sure this is flat before you go any further. Unlike me, who was in a hurry. Not in a hurry. I was just excited and I wanted to put it together. All right, let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay, so we need our mechanism. That's going to be a Z-fold. Okay, our piece of paper, 8 1/4 by 4 1/2. And we're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2, which if you turn this around is 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Hi, Sandy. Oh, you're just now hopping on. Well, you just sit back and watch me finish the card, and then you can watch the replay when we're done. I have a lot of other cards to share with y'all that I made. I absolutely love the birthday celebration stamp set and dies now, but it's because of that Wildflower designer series, specialty designer series paper. It's just so pretty. Okay, so we got this going on right now. Okay. Yeah, this is really key, Sarah. This needs to be flat before we go any further. So I found that it is easier to decorate before we put it in the card. Okay, so we're going to do that now. So remember this. This was one of the dies, and I took it and I folded it. I'm big on folding, right? Because I want half of it for a card. Right? So I folded this and then I cut it. Okay? So I can put, whoops, half of it on this card, half of it on another card. Okay? Are those little markers for the scoreboard still available? They are not, Carmen. I'm sorry. They are not. Okay. You may still have to trim this or just angle it to where, you know, it goes on. Let me get a silicone mat. And Carmen, they're not available, but there are people who make them. I'm trying to think. Somebody just told me. Sandy, I'm so glad you love my card. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. I had so much fun with this, Sandy, and it is actually inspired by the card in the catalog. Okay, all right, so we're just going to get a little bit of glue. This is my favorite way to add glue now. I tell you what, I don't get make near as much of a mess. Kind of tip that just a little. There we go. Okay. Shoot. I shouldn't have put that on yet. Dadgummit. The reason being is I need to put my birthday greeting. Okay, we're just gonna tip that up just a bit. Okay, let me get that real quick. This is our greeting that's gonna go right under there. Look at that. See? You know what? I'm fine if I make a mistake online because you know what? I just taught y'all how to fix it yourself. Okay, we want happy birthday. Happy birthday. Where are you? Where'd you go? Y'all, it's got to be here. I've been playing with it all afternoon. Happy birthday. Come on. Where are you? I have all these other... Oh, I took it apart. Good grief. I forgot. I've got two stamps. Okay. Because I was playing with it with different cards. All right. So we're going to do... Let's do the birthday first. Ooh, that's tight. I may have trimmed this a little bit. We're going to put it at an angle. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it at an angle. See? I cut this one a little bit different because of how I trimmed it with the die. If you missed that part, if you just hopped on, you can go back and watch that. And this is my monthly class. So for anyone who orders more than $50 during the month of February, I will send you all of the measurements and the tutorial how to make these cards. All right, let's try this again. Okay, let's slide this under. There we go. Nobody knows that I made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. I just had to fix the error of my ways. Could we attach the inside layer to the card and then score at 4 1/4? You know, that might be, that could probably work. I didn't think that way. You're probably right. Okay, tap this back down. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Uh-oh. I got a little bit of boo-boo. We know how to fix those. We'll fix that. All right, so over here, I need my designer series paper. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I've already cut it. And it's always the hard part. Which way do I want it to go? So this is 2 3/4 by 2 1/2. And so I need a very thin line of adhesive only on 3 sides. Okay. Connie says, stunning card. Please sell the PDF instruction. Okay, Connie, I will. I will put it in my email for mystery stamping that it is live on, when I get it live, I will post it in my email for mystery stamping. So you can watch for that. So I will hopefully load it up onto my website Saturday. And the reason is I have a tutorial ready, but I added so many cards today. I want to put those in there because y'all are going to love the rest of the cards too. All right. You want to make sure that sets before you go sticking anything. Whoops, that was blurry. Before you go sticking anything in there. You're welcome, Connie. Okay. We're going to let that set. We already have our pocket, our little card, but we need to do some stamping on there. And on that one, I said, make a wish. And you know what I think I love the most about this paper? Not just the gold, but the fact that it pulled in blueberry bushel. That is kind of one of my favorite blues. And so I loved it because I thought, yeah, because of the flowers, that's more feminine. But because of the blue, it could be a masculine card. Some of these could be masculine cards. There you go. Which we already know is hard to do. Now I just took this and just stamped right on it. There we go. Okay, now my other panel, let me just bring my original card back. I cut out peach pie and stamped on it. So that's what that looks like. But after I was making so many cards today and having so much fun, I wondered what would happen if we did some more gold. Like, oh, I just love this paper, right? So I was wondering if I took my pieces and put them on the gold, what it would look like. So we're going to do that. Okay, let's glue the gold down. I mean, look at the texture. Can y'all see that? Rhonda Hunter says, yes, the gold. Right, Rhonda? You know, when I go live, I can certainly change the card. Okay. So, let me build my flower. How did I do that one? Okay. thinking to put it on the whole thing. Like we're just going to put it on the gold. Didn't I have another leaf? Yes, I did. I know, Sarah, doesn't it make it pop? It's just stunning. This whole collection is stunning. And I'm telling y'all, if you're just now joining me, I did not buy the paper. I just bought the stamp set and die because I was like, oh, I can use other paper. Don't make the same mistake I did, y'all. You need to get the paper. Forgot my little blue one. Let's just... Oh my gosh, I love it. And that blue is a little bit stuck out there, isn't it? Oh well, that's fine. It's fine. Look how pretty. I love it. Now, I don't know if this is dry enough. You know what? I do remember. I took it to my trimmer and I trimmed it down. Hold, please. Just a skosh. Let's try the cutter instead of the scoring blade. Just a skosh on each side. And then we'll try it. Nope, a little bit more. I'm trying to trim off the least amount as I can. There we go. Just need a little wet. You know what? It's still wet. I'm not going to stick it in. We know it goes in, but just keep trimming it if it won't fit. Connie says, I wasn't going to buy this suite at all, but then I did, and I love it. Now I need to buy more of the DSP. You know what, Connie? I was sad that I didn't order more DSP for the class. Although I probably wouldn't have gotten a darn thing done today because all I wanted to do was this. Okay, so I just realized I need to fold this a different way. Okay, so let's get our card base back. And this is going to go in here. Okay, so let me get some adhesive. And I would use a strong adhesive. You could use tear and tape. But you know what? This is such a special birthday card. Let's see. Remind myself how I did it. So I have it about 1/4 inch from the right side. Okay. Oh, and I just realized that I hung my leaves off. Oh well, that's fine. Okay. So about 1/4 inch, centered top and bottom. Okay, there we go. All right. So over here, we want this gorgeous bouquet. That's going to go right there. Stunning. Stunning. Okay, let's decorate the outside. I have a piece of the gold cut, and I knew, there it is, and then this is going to go on top, right? But that sure is a lot of gold to waste underneath there, right? So we're going to get our trimmer back out and we're going to save some of that for another card. I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to just do it at 3/4 of an inch. About 3/4 of an inch all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're still going to get a good chunk out of the middle to use on another card. If you missed part of it, if you're just now joining us, you will want to go back and watch this video because this card is so fun. I am giving the instructions for free to anyone who places an order during February of $50 or more on my Stampin' Up website. And right now it's Sale-A-Bration, so don't miss out on if you spend $60, then you get a free Sale-A-Bration item. Look at that big chunk of paper. We could use that for another card, right? Oh, and how perfect would it be to even use it to cut that out, right? So I could have cut this out of the center, okay? Or do what I did, all right? But let's don't waste that big piece of paper in there. Okay, so now what we want to do, which adhesive do I want? Yeah, this is kind of curling. The gold foil kind of curves. Sandy says, I don't think I'm skilled enough to use a trimmer. Okay, so Sandy, I gave you an idea. Use a die and cut it out. Even if you're not going to use that die on these cards, you could use that die on something else. Just a great way to save paper, Sandy. But I think you could do it. I'm just saying. All right, so we're just gonna put this on here. You know, liquid glue and gold foil do not mix, so be careful when you put it on. It is very hard to get off if you get it on the front. Okay, so now we're gonna add this piece. Oh, that's a good idea. Inika says to turn the foil upside down, draw lines, and then cut on the lines. There we go. Now we have some cute little die cuts. We're going to pop those up with some dimensionals. Those are too big. Where's my little dimensionals? Do y'all save little bits like this all the time? It's like, well, we can't throw it away. We might need it. Those of you who are my mystery stampers, and I don't even think Renee knows this. Michelle and I were talking before the live, and Michelle, little stinker, who has been my moderator on Thursday nights, but has been a mystery stamper pretty much since the beginning. She went back and found, when did we actually start mystery stamping? I knew it was in March, and I knew it was in 2020. March 30th, 2020 is when we did the first mystery stamping 5 years ago. So our big mystery stamping party, mark your calendar, is March 31st, 2025. There'll be more information coming, but just make sure you don't miss the party. You don't want to miss the party. There's that. Now, embellishments. These are called flat, low-profile dots. I have always used my Take Your Pick tool Rhonda says I use every little piece of the dimensionals. Yeah, we don't throw them away, do we? I've always used my Take Your Pick tool, the pointy end, to get my dimensions, to get my embellishments off. But with these, I have to take it apart and use the other end, the little spatula end. I cannot get them off with the other end. So just if you struggle, whoops, see, they're flat. Come on, well, lost that one. There we go. Works much better, okay? But they're low profile. They don't stick up, but they sure do add some pretty bling to a card. Come on, I'm having trouble. What the heck? Feel like a surgeon. Scalpel. Whoops. Little stinker. Okay. We did it. Now, wasn't up. I decorated the wrong card. Oh, that's pretty funny. I did not decorate this card. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yes, you can do what I do. All right, there's the front of our card. There's the inside of our card with our little tag. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Guess who's going to be making more cards? All right, let's show you the whole thing put together. There's the front of the card. And there it is, like this. Margaret, you know you would have done the same thing one day, Margaret. You're like, That's pretty funny. But you know what? This is going to make a pretty card. I will post a picture of this. I will make this card totally different. And I will add it to the tutorial. How's that? Because this card's going to look different on the outside because I don't have any more of those. There you go. Yes, you too can do what I do. Are you coming to my house for mystery stamping party? Now that would be a party. That would be a party. Trish Lappin, you would totally do it too. Sarah Kendall says it's the wine. It ain't the wine yet, but it might be if this show gets any crazier. All right, so we did some embossing and we used that die, but then we had to make our own layer, but look how pretty. Okay, so this is card number 2. I took one of the dies, the little die cut, and I put a little balloon. Look how pretty that is. And I don't know if you can see, but that's gold. All right. Here's another card. Hooray! There's another die cut. There's the DSP, okay, the paper. We added a little bit of the pink on the inside. So when I cut, this, I had a strip and I stuck it on the inside of another card. Barbara, you're right. It's not a mistake. It's an opportunity to be creative and make another card. Okay, how about this one? Like, I think these are just such fun, cheerful birthday cards using the birthday celebrations. I had another strip of DSP. These dies, I used the Spotlight on Nature dies for my circles. I don't know why I'm hiding all the cards. Let's just keep them out here. Because y'all, you're gonna want this class. You're gonna want this class and you're gonna want this stamp set. Okay, now here's something funny. I got an order in and it had the stripes and florals mix and match cards and envelopes, okay? So kind of I don't know if you can tell, kind of a pinkish and blue, okay? But there's very subtle patterns on the card bases, all right? So today when I was being all crazy playing, I went to go make some cards and I'm like, Wow, that really looks like that card base. So I used it to make a card, and it's so close. Look at that. So pretty. So there's that one. Trish laughing. You've been to my house, but girl, a slumber party? Come on, come on. How many millions of people would come? How about this one? Remember I told you that I used 2 pieces? There's my layer. Look at that. Roxanne says, yep, I'm gonna have to buy that suite. And then look how pretty it goes with the paper, with the cards. I just thought it was so soft and pretty. So yeah, got some embellishments, again with the gold. So I either stamped with Versamark and gold, or I stamped with Blueberry Bushel. Y'all, I just can't. It's so pretty. Okay, how about this one? And this picture turned out terrible. I got to retake this picture because this is a gorgeous card. And in the picture, it looks like that. It's hard to take pictures of gold or shining, okay? Make a wish. Like, y'all, I have got a stack of cards. And I did a lot of them today because I only had 3 for your class tonight. And now I think I'm up to like 8. Okay, so how about this card? Can you see the texture? Can you see that? Oh, there I go again. Put my cards over off to the side. What is wrong with me? I want y'all to see all of these. Okay, that texture was made with the plaster printing 3D embossing folder. You love the last one? This one? So I tell you, it's kind of funny. As I was playing today and designing cards, do you ever just go like, what can I do with that? What can I do with that? I pulled out my technique book, my 55 card making techniques. And I was like, okay, let's just turn the pages. Let's just see. No, I'm not going to use pastels. I'm not going to do that. No. Silly Sharon. You love to emboss designer series paper. That's in my book. And I loved it. I love the feel. It's a simple card. But there you go, that texture. I am still selling my technique books. And I want you to know, I refer to my book all the time. My dream was to have a book of techniques. So I did a series in 2022, and it ended up being 110. So I am working on the other 55, but it's going to be a while. Don't ask me when it's going to be done. But I forget all the things that you can do when you are making cards. So my 55 card making techniques helps this old bird remember things like that. Sandy says, I love the techniques book. It is the first in my library. Can't wait for the next set. Yay! I'm so glad. Mary Yates was with me when I did the little book. So when I started the series, my dream, like I said, was to have technique books. And we used the little albums from Stampin' Up, and the tutorials. You had to print them at home, which you can still get those. If you want those, those are still over my tutorial store. You can look below the video and go to my blog, TxStampin.com, and you can still get those individually, print them yourself, put them in a binder yourself, put them in the album and all of that. But this book is printed and spiral bound and takes up this much room. Mary, I'm so glad that you love my collection of cards. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to make more. There might be more in the tutorial. It is a beautiful set. It's a lot of fun. If you had not considered it, I hope that you do. And I am always honored when you choose me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. and place your order on my store. And for that, I send you the tutorials for free. Deborah Buchanan, sorry. Y'all, the font is this tiny, says the book is amazing. Thank you. You're so welcome, Sarah. I hope you had a good time. I hope I inspired you. And if you already have this set, this collection, I hope that you will make some of the cards. So, Elaine, me, young bird, you're sweet. I love you. I'm telling y'all, I am doing good for an old lady with all this technology and making things work and actually completing what I just did tonight. So, all right. Barb says, I have outdone myself. Thank you. I'm so glad. All right. I will be back on Monday night for mystery stamping. Watch for your email for the clue after 3 p.m. Central on Sunday. If you are not on my newsletter list and you want to be, you can join below the video. All right, y'all. That is a wrap. Where's my mouse? There we go. All right. Happy stamping, y'all. Bye.